this question asks us to decide which proton is more acidic. Is it proton number 1? Is it proton number 2? Or is it proton number 3? Which one is more acidic? Now, remember, there are some considerations to make. What atom is the proton connected to? Resonance, induction, and then also we want to consider what orbital. It turns out that there's not going to be any resonance that are going on in any of these. Induction doesn't matter because the atom that the protons are connected to are all surrounded by carbons, so they're all the same as far as inductive capabilities. So that's not a consideration. And they're all attached to sp3 orbitals. So the oxygen, the nitrogen, and the carbon for 1, 2, and 3, they're all sp3 hybridized. The only thing that's left to consider is what atom are these things connected to. Now, remember that acid strength is always about the relative stability of this conjugate base. When this conjugate base is more stable, the reaction that is actually an equilibrium proceeds more in the direction of losing the proton. And so that's what makes it behave as an acid. So again, when this conjugate base is more stable, the acid is stronger. And so what makes the conjugate base more stable? Well, it's all about this negative charge. How do I stabilize the negative charge? Well, there's ways to stabilize it. And the basic thing to think about when it comes to atom is the atom that will make the negative charge, is it more electronegative, right? If it's more electronegative, then we're going to say that it's going to be more stable with a negative charge. So let's take a look at those atoms. Well, in this case, I've got an oxygen. That's the atom that it's going to be connected to. In this case, over here for 2, I'm connecting it to a nitrogen. And in the case for 1, I'm connecting it to a carbon. So I've got, again, let's go back on that. I've got oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. Well, which one of those is more electronegative? At the end of the day, the oxygen is more electronegative. So when an oxygen forms an anion, it's going to be more stable than a nitrogen that forms an anion or a carbon that forms an anion in general, with all other things being equal. Okay, that's it.